Let's take a fun trip into the world of mood and mind. Imagine your brain is a bustling city filled with tiny messengers called neurotransmitters, delivering signals across a complex network. Among these messengers, serotonin, sometimes called the happiness hormone, plays a strong role in regulating everything from sleep and appetite to mood and fear. Serotonin is part of the serotonergic system, which is like a team of messengers that help keep our emotional balance in check. These messengers are released from special cells called serotonergic cell bodies, mostly located in the medium RAF nuclei deep in the brainstem. When a serotonergic neuron fires, it releases serotonin into the synaptic cleft, the tiny gap between neurons where it can bind to receptors on the next neuron, influencing how we feel and behave. But how does serotonin get from the neuron to its target? Well, serotonin is stored in tiny packages called synaptic vesicles inside presynaptic terminals. When an action potential arises, these vesicles fuse with the plasma membrane, releasing serotonin to the synapse. Then uptake transporter proteins on the plasma membrane step in to reabsorb excess serotonin back into the neuron, helping to regulate its levels and prevent overstimulation. Here's where selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, or SSRIs, come into play. These clever drugs block those transporter proteins, leaving serotonin hanging around longer in the synapse. Think of SSRIs as blocking the recycling truck so serotonin can do more of its important work in mood regulation. That's why SSRIs are widely used as antidepressants. They help boost serotonergic function, especially in conditions like depression and anxiety. Imagine an animal subjected to uncontrollable stress over time. It stops trying to escape or change its situation, showing signs similar to human depression. Researchers use this model to understand how stress can disrupt brain systems, especially the serotonergic one. Chronic stress can lead to decreased brain serotonin levels, particularly in brain regions like the hippocampus, prefrontal cortex, and limbic structures, such as the amygdala and lateral septum, which are involved in emotion, fear, and regulation. The amygdala is like your emotional alarm system, detecting fear and processing pain, while the hippocampus handles memory and learning. The hypothalamus, often called the brain's command center, regulates appetite, sleep, and even libido. The basal ganglia control movement and motor expression, which is why depression can sometimes make you feel sluggish or unmotivated. The prefrontal cortex, especially the medial prefrontal cortex, is involved in decision-making, impulse control, and social behavior. So in a nutshell, brain's mood regulation involves delicate dance of neurotransmitters, neural circuits, and brain regions. Disruptions in the system, whether due to stress, genetic factors, or chemical imbalances, can lead to feelings of helplessness, sadness, or dysphoria. Fortunately, understanding these mechanisms has paved the way for effective treatments like SSRIs, which help restore balance and get the dance back into step. Remember, while the brain can be complex and sometimes loose, it's also incredibly adaptable, capable of healing and bouncing back, one neurotransmitter at a time.